Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we are doing our final round of tracks for Christian Stutzig, at least for the foreseeable future. We've got six tracks today. Switch over to here. The first of these is Hey Girl. Some of these tracks I think are Christian by himself, and others include other musicians, and we'll talk about that as we go along. But we'll listen through each of these six tracks from start to finish. You're going to hear what we think, starting with Hey Girl. Let's go. And by the way, all of these songs are available on Christian Stutzig's Bandcamp if you want to check that out. Hang on, we'll go a little bit back. Oh, cool. That was a fun drum fill, and I would have missed that if I had not gone to the start. That's why you want to listen from the start of a song, you know? Got some acoustic pop rock here. Oh, okay. Got an interesting texture to vocals. Lovely tone to those acoustics though. Lots of change throughout this, you know. We're not sticking on one theme and continuing. We've got segmented sections. Nice and clear and easy to follow as a listener. I'm wondering if we could have panned the vocals like 30 degrees each way just to make them sound a little bit bigger in the mix. Like, they sound great and I love the harmony. We had more room, I think, in the center of the stereo field to kind of make them a bit more present. Aside from that though, like that's not necessarily a criticism, it's just something I can see for next time. I'm enjoying it really. I'm enjoying the song a lot so far. It's really upbeat, positive, cheerful song that I kind of needed on a Monday morning, so thank you. Hey girl, I'm waiting for you. Excellent. I love the consistency of the eighth note groove on the drums as well. They're just driving along, dude. Having the last part of that bridge go into the chorus like that with that transition is a smart move. It's just a free-flowing sort of like easy passage in, and it's really smart stuff. Yep, great unison notes there. Well, not unison notes. There's an interlude, an interval. There's an interval between them. I think they're harmonizing in thirds or something like that. So that's why it's so positive, dude. Because you got those major third intervals, right? Again, the drums, I like the drums as well because when I mentioned that they're driving, that driving is obviously a part of a journey, right? So it insinuates that, Christian would walk 1,000 miles for this person, and that makes a lot of sense with both the imagery and the music video. Cool. Good job putting a solo here. You don't need solos, but like having a solo section in this part, once we've gotten the story there, it's just a nice way to fill in time and give the listener something a bit different, you know? That was a sensational solo, really well voiced. Really, that's a technical one, yeah, especially that part at the end with the sweeps. Smart move, dude. Good job getting a clean take of that. This is probably one of my favorite songs from Christian Stutzig. Probably one of my favorites, I think. That was short and sweet, wasn't it? Hey Girl, I'm Waiting for You. There was absolutely no filler in there. Christian nailed it. There's not a single thing I'd change about that. I mean, I know I mentioned putting the vocals a little bit wider in the mix, but that's just me being greedy. Sensational stuff, like truly. Sensational stuff. We've got track number 2 here. A Friend featuring Juliana Misty. Live video, Juliana. Awesome. Track number 2, let's go. Go back a little with this one as well. Those drums sound really, really present in the mix and among the strings and the guitar parts. I walked down that empty road. It was a long, long way. She's sensational, dude. And she's recording through a Yeti mic. The sound quality, man. Oh, that's cool, dude. That's great work on that take. I was asking you if you want to stay. But sometime I had to let you go again. You were a companion on this trip. You were a friend. So I had to leave my best friend behind. It's nice that Christian can work with other musicians and create some tracks that truly pop. Like I've heard, like the Christmas tracks that I reviewed for Christian the other day were fantastic. He can do it with people or without. He's the class act, man. Effortless vibrato there, dude. And that piano line again, that eighth note groove, works really well with the drums. They're syncing in time. You've got that quarter note accent on there. And, Juliana is singing these whole note parts with the vibrato and the nice consistency of these notes. And it's just a great combination of different vibes going on. Sometimes I think of you so much that I almost believe this couldn't have happened to me. Very explorative with these vocal melodies here. I think for the most part they're working really well. Some of them are a bit spicy, but they resonate and resolve in the end. But I couldn't stop it. That you pass us by, and I hope to see you again someday. It's nice to have that extra bar in there going before the chorus. Just gives the listener a chance to sort of prepare themselves for that next hook section. It's also unexpected a lot of the time, as usually musicians write song groups of 4 bars. So it's a good, smart choice. Okay, so this is a friend, and it's talking about how they had a relationship that was great. They both valued it, but they just were on different journeys in their lives, and they couldn't stay together in the end. They had to depart, and it's kind of a sad sounding one. But Juliana, with the way she's emoting in it, sounds as if she's handling it maturely. I like these backing vocals as well, how they're more of a pad-like effect, and I enjoy how that's contrasting with her more straightforward lead vocals. The combination of elements in this mix is fantastic. can hear that bass guitar in there. Really subtle, but fits really well. And guitar in there as well in the center of the stereo field. Oh, that's sad. That's sad, man. That sounded like a really authentic vocal performance from Juliana. And Christian provided some fantastic backing instrumentation to that. Great combination of elements there. Really happy with that. Good job. That's 2 for 2 as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, that's 2 for 2. We got Fairy Tale. Vocals by Juliana, mixed by Fabian. Fairy Tale original. Cool. We're just keeping going with the bangers, man. Let's keep it up. Let's go, 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 go. It's instantly got an ABBA vibe to it. I've instantly got that vibe with the vocals, plus the piano ballad-esque kind of stuff that's going on here.
I'm cursed. Someone put a spell on me so that I find no one who likes me. An invisible spell keeps my love away. A lover which I would have given my heart. But when I ask my love in fate if she wants to have a
She goes so effortlessly into her head voice there. Again, I prefer the previous mix that we had. This sounds a little bit sharper, but it could be a different style of music. Again, it could be deliberately like the kind of ABBA-esque kind of vibe I heard going on earlier. But still a good mix. It's not like it's mixed poorly. It's just a subjective thing. And it gets worse day by day, and we go to that minor shift then, and it's like, oh, damn. Things are not as they seem. This fairy tale is potentially not going to have a happy ending, you know? Oh my goodness. This is a guitar, isn't it? I thought it was a piano for some reason. I'm sorry, dude. Apparently it's one of those days. Oh no, there is a piano in there. There's a piano and a guitar in there. Never mind. Extra bar there. I hope that Christian Stutzig is still working with Juliana. She's a fantastic singer. If she isn't in a band, she should be. Like, and I'm not trying to be nice or weird about it. Like, legitimately, she's good. She's still, while she does look confident here, I get the feeling that she's still developing as a vocalist, but she's off to a fantastic start, dude. You gotta keep hold of the people who do well with the musical situations. Like, don't let go of the people who you have the best jam sessions with. You know what I mean? Yeah, unrealistic expectations of that, you know, unrealistic expectations of the whole romance and fairy tale vibe. I get it. Yeah, the drums do sound like that. Not the drums. The piano does sound like it's counting down to a unhappy, sort of bittersweet situation here. Another strong performance though by Juliana and everyone else involved in this. I'm happy with the mix and everything like that. It's just a different sort of coloration and texture to it than what we had previously, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. We have those strings bowing us out a little bit, which is an interesting choice to have the strings bow us out like that, considering we have we had the strings much? We might have had it in the chorus section. Again, it was nice to have the vocals not just telling a story, but also harmonizing with them, so with the backing vocals and having that more pad-like effect there. It's great duality there. It's a sense of a real a core understanding of how to layer those vocal melodies and get everything harmonizing well in the mix. But yeah, that's 3 for 3, man. 3 for 3. Excellent work. Track number 4, so much better. So much better. Add to that acoustic steel string guitar kind of vibe. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
You're so far away, but you're only a thought away. I had an idea, I'll paint your face on a piece of paper.
Again, Christian's vocals suit the acoustic guitar vibe incredibly well. These arpeggiated chords, he's just got a melody that he's set with and content with, and it's just resonating beautifully.
I'm lonely in my living room. It would be so much better to be with you. Then we could do something together, and I think how nice it would be to be with you.
I think that, like, while I appreciate the visual that we're having here, I feel like to have Christian Stutzig actually playing this on like a deck chair on the beach, looking out over the harbor would be, it'd just be exactly what this needed, you know? What you could actually do for a music video idea, and this is me getting real cocky about it because I have no real business saying this as a music reviewer, but you could like have one chair for Christian and then one chair with no one else sitting in it, and you just film the entire video like that, and it's like, this chair is for you, you know what I mean?
It's like you're with me now, like we've always known each other.
And then like maybe it could zoom, I know that I'll get back to the review in a moment, but like you can zoom into the chair because you haven't shown what's on the chair and people are wondering what's going on, you know? And then you've got like a photo of the person or something like that. I know that's cheesy as hell, but I mean, like, it could work, I don't know.
Feeling you gave me. I close my eyes.
Great melody there.
Smell your scent. See you smile at me, and when I open my eyes, I still have this feeling inside.
He's matching the emotional textures and of what he's playing in the harmony there with his voice. He's not charismatic and outward and vibrant. There's a sense of warmth and understanding there, but it's not a super happy experience.
I still have this feeling.
There's that sense of loss, you know?
Don't give up that hope. One day you'll stand in front of me, and until then I will keep that good feeling inside of me.
Nice vocal fry there. Sick, dude.
If I can finally hold your hand, I wonder how you're doing now, what you're probably doing right now.
Great 7th or a 9th chord there. Really bright. Those high notes are a nice addition to that corporation going on there. How we're messing with those upper melodies. You didn't really need much more than this with this track, did you? It was enough for the vocals and the guitar, and it's nice that Christian is allowing the guitar to have some space in the mix.
sitting lonely in my living room. It would be so much better to be with you. And we could do something together, and I think how nice it would be to be with you.
How nice it would be to be better with you. So much better to be with that person when you're reminded of everything about them and you have that sense of longing for them, but you can't have them. It's rough.
Maybe you have that good feeling too, 'cause I'm pretty sure a good feeling will lead us together. I just know.
I think that we could have just let the track finish on that last note. Obviously, again, not trying to tell Christian how to write his music, but I feel like you could have just let the vocals not had that volume panning there, because it sounded like we were fading out there. Just let the note hang. Just let the note hang. Let there be that as a finish. Let there be some air after it, and let it finish. Great. So much better by Christian Stutzig. Yeah, the title, initially I was like, wait, are we better off without that person? But no, I think we would be better off with that person, and we're hoping that they can get back together. The lone man with a guitar is a trope that a lot of us are familiar with, but at the same time, I think that Christian does it justice here. It doesn't come across as cheesy. It comes across as Christian actually going through some healing by making this track, and I think it's a fantastic choice to put that into music, release it, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Smart choice. Music is meant to be healing. Music is an artistic expression to learn from it and develop from it as human beings. There's nothing wrong with showing some vulnerability. It's it's so important to do that so that we grow. We got Christian Stutzig, Spell of Love now. Listen to my new Heartbreak song. Christian Stutzig featuring Stefan Genish's Spell of Love. Let's go. Let's do this. Track 5. Oh, I'm liking that that tension in that fourth chord there. Was that like a diminished or like a flat minus 7 flat 5 or something?
An ocean full of emotions, something you can't grasp with your mind. It's a whole thing of the heart. I'm right back at your side. You know how much you mean to me. With your charming smile, it's hard to put
Similar vibe to what we have with the previous track, isn't it?
into words. So much happened between you and me.
It's very sad.
See a rainy summer day, and clouds are passing by. I can see your
I totally think we could have had some like distorted guitars and drums come in here. That would have been such a nice contrast between the verse and the chorus.
face when I close my eyes. Our fire's burning.
You could have like a wall of noise, you know, like a da 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 da. It doesn't have to be like metal, but like noise rock or something like that.
We have to drink the bitter potion. Our love was deeper than the deepest ocean.
Nice harmony there. I like how we're messing around with the tail ends of our vocal melodies now to kind of keep them interesting.
Our fire's burning out. We have to drink the bitter potion. Our love was deeper than the deepest ocean. When I try to break the curse, it gets even worse. A spell of love of the book of life.
Sheeps
I wish it had hit both of us.
or goats.
One step
Sheeps or goats.
forward, 2 steps back. My light of reason turned black. You locked my heart in the box. The key swings on the clocks. I see a rainy summer day. The clouds are passing by. I can see your face when I close my eyes.
It does sound like a heartbreak song, to be fair, though. It does. I wonder if this has anything to do with fairy tale.
Fires burning out. We have to drink the bitter potion.
Oof.
Our love was deeper than the deepest ocean.
I like the talking about bitter potions and our love was deeper than the deepest oceans. You know, I like that. It's interesting imagery there.
Fires burning out. We have to drink the bitter potion. Our love was deeper than the deepest ocean. I don't know any way to bring it across without pain. You are everything my heart desires. I feel like ice and fire. I don't know any way to bring it across without pain. You are everything my heart desires. I feel like ice and fire. Our fire's burning out.
Good move bringing the intensity of the vocals up here. It was a smart move. I think you could do 2 versions of this track.
We have to drink the bitter potion. Our love was deeper than the deepest ocean. Our fire's burning out. We have to drink the bitter potion. Our love was deeper than the deepest ocean.
Going back to that musical refrain, that intro riff, smart move there. Going back to where we came from. Cool, dude. Cool. Yeah, I got no complaints. I'm happy with that. Spell of Love by Christian Stutzig featuring, who was it featuring? Featuring Stefan Jesches. Cool. Yeah, no, it does sound like a terrible time. It's just coming to terms with the fact that the relationship is over, and you know you've loved and lost, and the spell is gone. The spell has lost hold of you. You know, or maybe the spell doesn't let go even if you love someone but can't be with them because of the fact it's permanent and you're never quite the same person after. I'm not sure, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I didn't enjoy the suffering. I just enjoyed like the musicality of it, the vocal performances there. Sensational, lively exploration of those pentatonic and sort of blues scale-ish notes, as well as what we had with the traditional major and minor arpeggios and all that. But the Black and White Friends, Lovely Sarah, my understanding is that this is Christian and also Andre. Great, they're friends. Let's go. Let's do it. There's a lot more upbeat, isn't it, for Lovely Sarah? It's a lyric video, which is kind of dope. Have we had one of those yet? I think we mostly had either like cameras on the singers or like we've had footage, you know? Okay, nice and cool response to these lead guitars to the vocals. Okay, it's kind of sick, eh? I kind of like this. It's kind of generous how they've got the lyrics just here. They slow pan them so you can really take it in, you know? You don't miss the story in this lyric video. Got a Phil Collins kind of vibe, doesn't it? Yeah, that 80s production to his vocals. It's slick, dude. This is mixed quite well. I appreciate what's happening with the guitars, pan to the sides, and the drums. They're nice and punchy. What kind of electric guitars have we got there? How have we done those electric guitars?
You couldn't stay. Are you sure you can't stay? Just for a little while. Every time I see you, I want one more try. Oh, Sarah, I meant it. I wouldn't play.
I believe him.
There is no end. This is just the beginning.
Thumps, dude. Great chord note groove to these drums. Lots of space here for those leads to come in and just to appreciate the musical back into the story.
Since I first saw you, I can't stop singing.
Boom, bum, 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 bum. There's a cool drum fill as well. I wasn't expecting that.
Someday we'll be together. But I'll just go on, 'cause the past doesn't matter. Until now, it just wasn't the right thing. But time can change everything. Open your heart for me. Let love it and you'll see.
I love it, and you'll see, oh, trust me, my angel, lean on me.
Oh, trust me, my angel.
Okay.
Lean on me.
We've got a wide variety of stuff from Christian Stutzig today, and friends. And back to that majorish kind of theme there for the fade out. We love our fade outs, dude, but in this one it makes sense. If you're gonna have an instrumental outro, fade outs totally work fine in my opinion. But yeah, that's effectively our 6 tracks today, our various tracks from Christian Stutzig. Because this is the conclusion. I'll just turn my camera on. You know, so obviously, like, we've gone through the stories of each of the songs individually, I think. But, like, we had themes of, like, love and loss and heartbreak and romance and the spell and magic of it all, and how people expect relationships to be like fairy tales and lots of that kind of stuff. And I think a lot of listeners are going to be able to relate to the story and appreciate it. The stories individually were great. They were unique stories, you know. Even like the 4th and 5th track, where they were very similar in regards to the whole, in regards to the whole, you know, struggle. Oh no, because like you know, so much better was about it'd be so much better if they were together, and then like Bella Love was about them. No, they're all separate. They're all unique tracks. It's great. It's great. The vocal performances through each of these different songs were strong. I obviously like Juliana's vocals, as well as Andre's in this one were great. We also had Stefan and some of them. Do we have anyone else? No, I think Christian sung the rest if I'm not mistaken. The vocals told us the story as well, and they felt appropriate to the subject matter as well as the harmonies in the track and the overall arrangement of it. I'm happy with what I heard, especially from like vocalists like Juliana again. Christian did a great job and everyone else did well as well. The structure of the tracks were traditional, sort of like instrumental, like intro, outro, or you had some spoken outros occasionally, some sung outros, but you definitely had those verses, chorus. Occasionally you had a bridge section, but mostly verse and choruses, and I don't really think you needed to keep it much more complicated than that, especially in this traditional kind of like Stutzig rock pop kind of stuff. It's great. Especially with those tracks where we just had the guitar and the vocals, you know, or just the piano and the vocals, you know. It makes it more digestible if you don't get too progressive with the structure and arrangement of it. The musical motifs for each track were felt appropriate to the stories that were being told, and the instruments that we featured, such as, you know, the guitar parts, the drums, the bass, pianos, string parts occasionally, they all made sense, you know. The performances were competent and consistently competent throughout. There didn't appear to be a note out of place. There were some spicy harmonies we had in the vocal sections occasionally, but I think how, you know, even though we had some extended harmonies in the instrumental parts, for the most part, I was really happy with how the overall harmonies worked. The drum grooves and everything were sometimes simple, like with just the chord note grooves. We had a lot of time with tracks like Chorus of Lovely Sarah, for example. But then occasionally we did some drum fills in other tracks, and occasionally we just had no drums at all, which I think suited the vibe especially. It made more room for the other instruments in the mix. Finally, I suppose the production, recording, mixing, and mastering. There were some of these mixes I like better than others, but I've already spoken about that. I'm happy with how each of these songs sounded. They sounded competently recorded, mixed, and mastered. The vocal qualities were great, especially like getting a decent, like, you know, Blue Yetis are great microphones, don't get me wrong. But they're not like an SM7B, or they're not like a U87 or something like that. But the vocal quality was sensational. The other instruments were recorded really, really clearly. The effects change, the EQing, and the stereo panning and everything was fantastic. The effects change on the vocals. Sometimes they were more raw, like with the acoustic tracks, it made sense because that was more vulnerable experience, or more needed to be as authentic and realistic as possible. But other ones, like I think we had some effects on Andre's voice and Lovely Sarah, which sounded again, that Phil Collins kind of vibe, which suited the tonality of other instruments as well. So great mixture there in terms of recording, mixing, mastering, but it was professional. I'm really happy with it for the most part. And yeah, I reviewed a lot of Christian Stutzig's music from Christian Stutzig Records, but that was my various tracks for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy listening to these tracks, please do go check out Christian Stutzig's various social medias and his YouTube page as well as his Bandcamp page. Stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as either hell more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world, and I'll catch you in the next review. Spider hands out.